The new Discovery tab in Fortnite, something that has been out for quite a while now and has been discussed quite a bit, and even famous streamers like XQC gave their take on it.
I don't know why the main Fortnite experience, like the way that it shows on screen to know what to queue and what you're queuing, it's kind of complicated. I mean, I'm not a boomer. I'm not a rookie. I've been playing games my entire life, and it's actually kind of hard to navigate the queues. Like I have no idea what the fuck I'm looking at.
The Discovery tab, something that has been discussed for quite a while now, and people have their opinions all the time, but it's been out for quite a while, and I want to give my take, especially since XQC made this take about this, which I kind of fully agree with. This Discovery tab is way too cluttered. There's way too much going on there, and nobody knows what is going on. The biggest thing is that these sections over here are not really descriptive of what is going on. Like most popular, okay, great. These are the most popular, but what is this most popular? What is solo? If you don't know what BR is, or if you think you go into Fortnite and the first thing you see is you get greeted with this and then you go solo, okay, what do I have to do? Change, and then where do I play BR? Nothing says BR, nothing says that you play against 99 other players. The only thing that it says is like these tags, but who looks at the tags, right? So what I think what should happen here is that you have like separate playlists, and then in these playlists you can select these different game modes. So for example, if you want to play BR, then you have a playlist for BR, not most popular or made by Epic or whatever they're called here. If you want to play competitive maps, then you have a competitive list. If you want to play competitive creative maps, then you have these competitive creative maps. But not all these like 1v1, team deathmatch, then you have like box fights. These are all competitive game modes, but quite frankly, they're put into different sections. And the funny thing is that most of them are in the same section as well. So for example, I don't want to hate on Damvosi, right? I love this guy, but this guy has actually one map in 3 different sections, which I don't think is like, dude, tell me how you did that. He has one in PvP, which is the Skywalk headshot only box fight, and you scroll down a little bit, and you see his map again. Where is it? The Skywalk headshot only box fight. This is a try something new. Then we have it in PvP. Where we just went, and then if you go a little bit further, you go into box fight, and it's the same thing again. And it's obviously not Don Vosi's fault, and I'm quite frankly happy for him that he has this one map in 3 different sections, but it is probably because there's some kind of algorithm which puts the maps there, and it maybe goes off the tag, so he has obviously box fight, free for all, PvP, so it could quite frankly be in all of these sections as well. So I think that needs to change. So there needs to be like different sections: competitive, creative, competitive, normal, competitive or BR, and then maybe creative BR, and then creative other stuff. But these sections quite frankly doesn't make sense, especially putting Epic made games into the same playlists, for example, in the featured ones. So you have this Epic game mode here, and then you have this map. Then you have Jurassic. Then, like, nobody knows what's going on. Featured is a pretty cool section, and featured is like the one thing that people aspire to be in. It's kind of like the LTMs. But if you're in here and nobody knows what's going on, what these maps are even about, then I don't think that's a good thing. Also, the one thing which I think is missing a lot in Fortnite Creative in general is that we are allowed to rate maps. And I know people will say now, oh my god, people will abuse that, people will downvote stuff because they don't like the creator, stuff like that. Yes, there are quite frankly coming problems with a rating system. But I think that a rating system needs to be in place. I don't think that comments necessarily needs to be in place. It works on every other platform that has a similar mode to creative, where, for example, on Steam, you can rate maps. You can even write comments on Steam. While I would say that Steam is not the best example of a good, well-made voting system, but Roblox as well has a similar voting system. So why does not creative has one? There was a big time where I had a problem where I was looking for maps that I could put into my videos in the background, for example, and I had this big problem where I did not know if the maps were good or not. So I had to play all of these maps to even find out if the map was good in the first place. And I think that needs to change. Just because these maps are here doesn't mean they're good. So if I go here and I look here, do I know if these maps are even worth playing? If I want to play these maps, they're here because they have enough players, but just plays doesn't mean they're actually good. So if you don't know how the system works, basically the better the playtime, the better the plays, the further they will push into the front. Which quite frankly means that only the maps that actually are very popular will always stay in front. That's the reason why these basically never change. And I'm not saying that because my maps are never there. I actually had Discovery maps before, and they did quite well, and I don't care too much about my plays and my maps because my YouTube channel is doing pretty well, and I couldn't care less. But I know people that make maps for a living, and this discovery system made them like kind of lose motivation because their maps never get featured again, because these small maps will not get featured by Epic, they will get featured by the place and the playtime they have. I think this system needs a lot of work, and I don't want to even start like coming full off with solutions that should start here. Also, one thing which I also want to mention quickly, if you go in here and you can just click to creative, right, which is pretty cool. If you press create, then you should not have to press creative again. So I think that should immediately start. But also, I don't want to talk everything bad about this. I think it's a good step in the right direction. Also, what I really like about this is the library, so you can actually select maps that you like. So for example, if I really like Horde Rush, even though it's probably going to be gone after that, you can see that it's in my my favorite section, which I really like. And you can also see your recently played games, which I think is pretty cool. And that is something that I really wanted in creative for a long time, and it's finally here. So not everything about this discovery tab is super bad, but I am not happy how this is turned out in the end. Yeah, so in an end conclusion, this is not what I was hoping for creative. It's a step in the right direction, but it needs a lot of work. Especially we need some kind of searchability, so there needs to be anything where we can search for specific maps, not just like having to browse through like 15 pages of already given types of maps, and then have to look for the map while scrolling here all the way down, which can take forever, and basically nobody is ever going to scroll down here. So yeah, I think that needs to change. There needs to be some kind of searchability, and also the system, how the maps are getting displayed there, needs to change definitely. So yeah. And yeah, in the end, I can only say that hopefully Epic is listening to the community, which I know they do. Like for example, on the Fortnite Creative Discord, there's a lot of people which you can contact and talk about stuff. You can give your own feature requests. So if you have something, then go to the Discords, go in the correct channels, and make sure that you put in what you want to see in these discovery tabs, in Fortnite Creative, whatever. And yeah. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys back in the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, and bye.